What is up, y'all, Coastal Smoke Nation? It's your host, Baden Fuller, and we are back. I know a couple of you have wondered where we have been the last 2 or 3 weeks. Well, sometimes you just ain't in the mood to podcast sometimes, so I decided a little break would be good. I could have absolutely came on here talked about college football, but no one wants to hear about Ohio State beating an FCS school by 70, or LSU beating an FCS school by 60, or Oregon just absolutely dominating a high school team out of Oregon. Uh, that's just not good content for any of us, and I'd just be pumping a lot of sunshine, and yes, I do like pumping sunshine, but I decided maybe take a little break, see what happens the first couple weeks of college football, see what kind of news comes out. The NFL started, see what kind of things happen there the first couple weeks, but you know, I finally got the itch again to finally say, hey, it's time to put on the headphones and get back up here where I'm familiar at in the podcast dome. So we're back in the podcast dome today, and it's a Monday episode. It's a Monday as I'm recording this. I'm gonna get this thing out to you guys on a hopefully by Tuesday. So that's gonna be good. Um, so welcome back into the podcast dome. We did a little decorating here. Got some new decorations. But actually, I already kind of had these decorations, and in about 30 seconds ago, before I started recording this thing, I figured, you know what? I better bring two of the most legendary Cincinnati people up here, and then of course you gotta have the LSU gold football helmet. I mean, this is one of the most classic. I mean, the whole uniform combination for LSU is one of the most classic uniform combinations. But I mean, you gotta respect this helmet right here. You got the LSU. You got LSU on the side. You got the tiger head. I mean, just a classic football helmet. We got one of my favorite pitchers of all time for the Cincinnati Reds, Bronson Arroyo. One of my just all-time favorite players growing up. Enjoyed the high leg kick, and I know Bronson Arroyo is out there somewhere smiling because our Cincinnati Redlegs are right in prime playoff position. And before I get way off track, I gotta admit this. I'm sure a lot of you um listened to the Reds episode we had a month or two ago, and I think later in that show I said the um Reds were gonna go we're gonna be the Reds like we've known in the past, and they were just gonna kind of implode. I kind of said the Reds might implode, and I'm not getting my hopes up. Well, I was dead wrong about the Reds, and I gotta admit I was totally wrong. And them guys going into the last week of the season are in playoff position, and if you're like me, you're gonna be starting tomorrow, sitting on the couch and probably watching. You're gonna be sitting on the couch watching them Redlegs face the Pittsburgh Pirates. Waiting on football later as the weekend comes, but we're gonna be all glued to our TVs watching Cincinnati Reds baseball coming into the last week of the season. And man, does that feel great to say, sitting here on September 21st, 22nd, whatever the date is right now. It's great to be sitting here and saying the Cincinnati Reds have a legit shot at making the playoffs right now, and I'm not going to get my hopes way too high because I mean we're still the Reds, but I'm a firm believer if we can sweep the Pirates, we're 100% in. If we sweep the Pirates this weekend, this week, we're 100% going to the playoffs. 2 out of 3, I feel good. We gotta win 2 out of 3 against the Pirates. And then you gotta go into that Brewers series. Hoping you can win 2 out of 3 in that series. But maybe you might have it already clinched up. Maybe, but 2 out of 3 in these next 2 series would be huge. So we're gonna see what happens. But it's gonna be fun seeing what the Reds can do, and hopefully we secure that playoff spot. And then we got Joe Burrow right here. Unfortunately, Joe suffered a pretty bad turf toe injury on the second week of the season, and he's gonna be out. But we in Cincinnati we also got another quarterback by the initials JB. That would be Jake Browning. And I'm going to say it here first, folks. I got full faith in Jake Browning that he can lead us to the promised land. And if Jake Browning can lead us there, maybe we'll have Joe Burrow at the end of the year to take us to the Super Bowl. But I don't know. I mean, the Bengals definitely got to play better than what they showed on Sunday because that was a pure embarrassment. Not just the offense. I expected maybe the offense to they kind of look sluggish a little bit. I mean, you got a backup quarterback. You ain't expecting Browning to go out there and beat Joe Burrow. But I mean, fumbling the ball 3 or 4 times, the defense giving up 48 points. That's just some unacceptable stuff. We couldn't run the ball efficiently. That game was kind of over on the first play of the game. You committed 2 penalties on the first drive. I mean, nothing good happened in Minnesota yesterday on Sunday, but we got a week to fix that, and there's still 15 weeks ahead of us in football, and I think just because Burrow's out, we shouldn't give up on our team. So I'm going to be sitting there with my Ja'Marr Chase jersey on, and we're going to be supporting the Bengals every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. See what happens to them. But we got the Joe Burrow bobblehead. Thanks to my guy, Jonathan Teeters out there, got me this bobblehead. Appreciate you, man. Got to give a shout out to the 5 a.m. crew down at Richie's. Got to give them a shout out. I know they've been missing this, and I know on Wednesday morning they'll be watching this thing. So I know they're excited for it to be back. But yeah, we're back. LSU, of course. Let's I mean, LSU's a legit look like a college playoff football team. Ohio State had the bye week this week, but they look pretty solid their first couple weeks of the year. Then you got, I gotta say, Ohio University. I know it's a mid-major team, and we don't talk about the mid-majors a lot, but the Ohio Bobcats, I mean, I'm looking for them to be the MAC champions again this year and repeat and see what happens. And who knows, maybe if the Bobcats win the MAC and look impressive while doing it, I mean, maybe they'll get in the college football playoffs. So who knows? Sports season is upon us. We're halfway. It's crazy to think right now is we're halfway through the high school football season. Where we're coming up on week 6 there. High school golf is starting sectional tournament play coming up here this week. I'm assuming. Then you got high school volleyball. Some awesome teams around here. Really good at volleyball. You got some elite volleyball teams around here in Southern Ohio. So, I mean, I might have been away for a little bit, but I had the TV on watching football. I've been out at high school sporting events. I've been around the town. Uh, the thing I'm a little disappointed about is maybe I should have started doing popcorn reviews or something. But I'm more of a when I go to a ball game, my ritual is I gotta get that Diet Mountain Dew. So I gotta get the Diet Mountain Dew. Um, Especially at a football game, gotta have the Diet Mountain Dew. The ritual is we'll drink half of that Diet Mountain Dew pre-game and before the first half starts, and then once halftime hits, you just chug that thing, cause I mean there is nothing better than I like ice cold Diet Mountain Dew, but I mean there is nothing better than that that drink at halftime of the Diet Mountain Dew. So that's kind of what I've been doing. But yeah. Um, so I think there is some interesting topics to get on here. The SEC today they came out and they said here's our common opponents, and the one that I think I want to start with LSU right here, and what kind of hit me was who kind of their common opponents are. Um, they drew Ole Miss. I mean, I like Ole Miss and LSU playing every year. That's a Magnolia Bowl kind of a rivalry, so that's good. Um, then they got Arkansas. Arkansas always seemed like be a rival. I'd like to see that game go back to rivalry week. It's kind of a rival. But yeah, I like the Ole Miss and Arkansas being our pod. I have really no issue with them teams in it. But the third team, it's kind of where I'm at right here is Texas A&M. I um I mean I like playing Texas A&M. I think there has been some really good classic games with Texas A&M. Like the 74-72 A&M win when uh back when Burrow's first year at LSU. I mean, you that's a classic win. I think there've been some classic games against the Tigers and the Aggies. But what I'm kind of disappointed about is you don't see Florida or Alabama on the schedule. I think I can live better. I not necessarily live better, but if Alabama wasn't the annual opponent, I mean I can live with playing Alabama every couple years. But I really like that Florida matchup. I really like it when Florida and LSU get together every year. I know they're still going. Maybe you're going to not play at the Alabama or Florida one year, and then you'll pick them up for a couple years the next year. Maybe that's how it's going to happen. So maybe one year you don't play one of them schools, and you maybe play one of them schools. That's probably how it's probably going to work out if I had to guess. But I'm kind of disappointed to see that Florida series annually go away, because I mean there's just a bunch of classic games. I mean you had the shoe throwing game. I mean you had LSU was a better team last year and Florida got the win at the Swamp, and then you had LSU beat Florida this year, and I mean just some great games between LSU and Florida, and I mean I said I could live without the Alabama game not happening every year, but man, that one sucks too. I mean, you have Burrow and Chase and Jefferson and Edwards-Helaire on the national championship team. They went into Bryant-Denny and knocked off Alabama, and then you had Mason Taylor, the catch in overtime at Tiger Stadium to beat the Tide. I mean, you had the 9-6 ball game back when. I mean, I mean, those are two schools I'm kind of upset about that we ain't going to get a play every year. And I know, I mean, I just want, I mean, I have, I said this weekend, and I know this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but I mean, I'd rather play a really good competition than than LSU playing like a southeastern Louisiana. Like I'd rather them play very good competition. So, I mean, I don't want I mean, I don't care to play a Vanderbilt or a Missouri or a uh, you know, a team like Mississippi State or a Kentucky. I don't care to play one of them every year, but I mean, I want to see a combination of Ole Miss, Arkansas, A&M, Florida, Alabama on there, Auburn. I love the Auburn series when LSU plays Auburn. Give us Oklahoma, give us Texas. I mean, give us all them teams. I mean, I know you gotta throw a couple like not necessarily cupcake teams on your schedule right there, but I mean, my perfect 9 league game schedule would be, um, definitely. I mean, you got uh, Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Texas A&M accounted for already. I mean, another perfect team. Give me Florida. Give me Alabama. Give me Auburn. Heck, uh, give me a Vanderbilt for maybe an easy conference win. Give me a team like Tennessee or Missouri. Give me an Oklahoma or a Texas. Give me any combination of them teams right there. Like that is my ideal schedule. And then in the non-conference schedule, I mean, give us a Michigan or give us a Ohio State, or I know the Ohio State's going to appreciate that one. Well, I really want to see LSU play Ohio State. Give us Notre Dame. I mean, I mean, yes, I love watching LSU football on TV, and I'm going to watch them every game, no matter if they're playing Southeastern Louisiana or uh or uh or uh or stinking Pike County Junior High. I mean, I'm going to watch them no matter who the opponent is, how good they are. But you know, them games are just. I mean, yes, it's fun to see what like your backups in them games get to do. But I mean, I rather play three teams that are going to challenge you all year rather than playing FCS school. And I know you got to play them schools because you're going to pay them $1.5 million or whatever for them to come down, get their butts kicked, and go back home. I mean, everyone knows how that game works, and it's probably going to stay around, and you're always going to play that FCS school and pay them the millions of dollars, and then they're going to go back home, and that's just a bunch of money for their athletic revenue. So I understand that part, and I understand it's a game where all your backups get to play, but I I was sitting there on the couch watching the Tigers play, and I mean they're up 49-0, 49-7 or whatnot, and I'm like, this ain't even like really fun to watch or I mean not really enjoyable. I mean it's enjoyable, but it's not enjoyable because you're just winning so much and you know you're going to score a touchdown every time. Like I want to be playing a school where with 10 minutes in the game, I'm having heart palpitations, and then I'm questioning coaching decisions, and I'm questioning why we called this play or why this player's in there, and then maybe one of your wide receivers drop a pass or you make a bonehead play, and then next thing you know, you're throwing your little stress ball at the TV or something. But yeah, that's a. I mean, you only get 12, 13 Saturdays to watch your favorite college football team. So, like, heck, why not just play like 3 Power 5 conferences and get rid of that FCS opponent? But I do like watching the Tigers win, and then you go in them games and you just get to sit back with your drink in your hand and just calmly eat your chicken wings. But I mean, there is nothing like watching the Tigers on a Saturday and watching them pull out a crazy win or pull off a miracle or go in and beat a good team and stuff like that. That's just more enjoyable to watch because, I mean, the number one thing about the great thing about sports is there's a winner and there's a loser. I mean, going into the I know this is probably like third grade stuff I'm talking about right now, but the greatest thing is you get to turn that game on and your team's either going to win or your team's either going to lose, and then you get to wake up the next Sunday and you get to do it all over again. So I mean, that's just the great thing about sports, and that's probably why you guys are mostly here. So yeah, I mean, I love I love sports, and I love talking about sports, and I like that LSU. I like that LSU schedule. So I mean, it's going to be fun seeing what as the SEC goes to 9 conference games, just like the Big Ten and ACC, I believe. It's going to be fun to see everyone playing 9 conference games, and I think that's right. I mean, I don't think as an SEC school you need to play four non-league games, and I mean, yeah, you got to play a couple non-league games, but yeah, you got to I mean, you have to play your non-league games, but I understand why you can get rid of one of them, and maybe you can beef up the competition and make everything just gel together. And I think going forward, it's gonna make it a better quality of football, and maybe the college football playoffs are gonna be easier like that. Like, yeah, everyone played the equal number of conference games and all this. So I think going into like talking about metrics and stuff, yeah, it's going to be better. And I think there was some other intriguing. Like, I mean, you still got the Iron Bowl, so yeah, you want to see the Iron Bowl every year. You got the Egg Bowl. You're going to see the Egg Bowl every year. You got the world's largest cocktail party. You're going to see Florida and Georgia every year. I mean, you're going to see it all. You got Vanderbilt in Tennessee. I know Vanderbilt's on the uprise, and Tennessee's going to win that game more than most. But yeah, the SEC did I think overall the SEC did a really good job in their scheduling. What they came out with today with three their three annual opponents. So I think they did a really good job by making sure the rivalries stayed intact, number one. And then number two, there's going to be intriguing games, and there's going to be, just like every SEC Saturday, there's going to be some great games in the SEC. So kudos to the SEC. I kind of thought we were going to have to wait till kind of 7 o'clock tonight before they came out with that. But, they came out with it early, and now it gave me something to talk about right here. So I think that was like I say, sometimes I don't ever prepare for this stuff, and I prepared for this one a little bit today. So kudos. That's what the SEC came out with today. If it was a Big Ten, I would have talked about that too, Ohio State fans. And then the next thing I want to go over is I mean, I I hate just going off about officials, but some of the calls on Saturdays that I have been seeing on Saturdays have just absolutely been ridiculous. So uh, I kind of got to blow up on some officiating right here, and I think some of it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, number one for me is targeting in college football. I mean, that rule, targeting in college football, needs to be changed. The targeting rule in college football has to be changed. I mean, there is no way around it. I mean, I understand if it's going to just leave the 15-yard penalty. I mean, caught on the field, 15-yard penalty. I'm not a firm believer of ejecting the players. Because more times than not, the players, it's not like the players are out there headhunting. If there was an issue in college football where players were headhunting and just trying to absolutely just kill the quarterback or kill the ball carrier or kill a defenseless player out there, if they're headhunting, I understand if there was players headhunting every game just trying to lay vicious hits and not give a crap. I don't see that in college football. I don't see that on Saturdays. I don't see guys out there trying to make vicious hits. I mean, the worst call of the weekend. I mean, let's revert back to last weekend, LSU and Florida. I know this has been heavily SEC, heavily LSU today. But we'll revert back to the Florida game. Whit Weeks, LSU's starting linebacker, 3 plays into the game, he's tossed. 3 plays into the game, Whit Weeks comes up to make a tackle, and then all of a sudden he's just kicked out of the ball game. That was a clean hit. That was a clean hit. And watching football that day, you've seen plays like that all day. That was a clean hit by Whit Weeks. That was clean. He didn't do anything right. He didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't targeting with his helmet. He wasn't leading with the crown of his helmet. He wasn't doing anything. He was just trying to come up and make a play. And then he makes a play. The refs throw the flag on the play. Whoop! Targeting. 15-yard penalty. That further play is under review. And then you freaking see Brian Kelly going off at the refs, rightfully so. You see a really ticked off Whit Weeks, rightfully so. I mean, in that situation, what is the defender supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? There is nothing Whit Weeks could have done differently that he already didn't do. The dude's trying to make a tackle. What do you want to do? Let the ball carrier go down there and score? I mean, crazy. And that was just one game where LSU saw a player get kicked out. And now let's go back to this week against Southeastern Louisiana. LSU is down a lineman because he tried to make a tackle on a punt return. Think about that. Think about how ridiculous it is to eject an offensive lineman who did nothing wrong. Kick him out of the game. How ridiculous is it to kick a offensive lineman out of the game because I mean, as an offensive lineman, you're not out there at practice every day practicing tackling drills. I mean, it's ridiculous. I I gotta remember who this was. This was, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, an offensive lineman trying to make a play. I mean, now you're down one of your best linemen, one of your linemen you rely on heavily in ball games, DJ Chester, is out the first half of the football game. How ridiculous. Like I said, he was doing nothing wrong. It's a punt return. I mean, let alone there was a flag on the play and the play didn't even count. I didn't see nothing wrong DJ Chester did on the play. It looked like, yeah, he might have had bad form on the tackle, but my goodness, he didn't lead with the crown of his helmet. He wasn't headhunting. He was just trying to make a play. And as coaches, they deserve to be irate. They deserve to call out refs in post-game press conferences. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, LSU down the line in the first half of a pretty important game coming up because the refs decided, you know what, this guy needs kicked out of the game for tackling somebody. You might as well go back and play flag football. We might as well just strap flags to our hips, get rid of tackling, and play flag football. It's just utterly ridiculous. Because also on Saturday, I seen plays that was way more looking, targeting of a hit rather than that play right there. I seen way more plays on Saturday other than that play. That looked way more like targeting than that. I mean, I just don't understand. We gotta change that targeting rule. I mean, I heard the coach say it in the press conference. I think it was Brian Kelly. He said, I know we can't change it right now, but we need to look at it in the off season. I 100% agree I 100% agree that rule needs looked at in the off season. It does. It needs looked at, and it has to be changed. I mean, you leave it as a 15-yard penalty if you see it. But I mean, just don't throw players out of the game for hits that are just trying to make plays and nothing. And I mean, that's an ever-changing rule like a catch. I mean, targeting and determining what a catch is in college football is the two biggest issues I see right now. That's just the bottom line. I mean, you watch one game and a catch is a catch, but you might have the same exact play in another game and it's a same looking play and it's an incomplete pass. You might see something in one game get called targeting, and then you see another play in another game and it looks like a borderline similar play and it's not called. So, I mean, the NCAA needs to come together and look at targeting calls. They need to look at targeting, figure out a better rule for that. Maybe I say just make it a 15-yard penalty and move on and not eject the player out of the game because that's not fair at all. If you're headhunting, make it like a full game suspension. If you're out there just absolutely trying to obliterate a guy and you have no care in the world, suspend that dude for a couple games or whatnot. But I don't see anything dirty out of them two plays I mentioned or hardly anything dirty like that in college football all year. And LSU been on the brutal end of some targeting calls this year. But yeah, that is my tangent on targeting and officiating. So there. And then I think here's all the question we're asking ourselves is the old Clemson Tigers. Moving on to the Clemson Tigers here, and And boy, have they went from look from being national title hopefuls, contenders, everything to, I mean, this team ain't going to make the college. This team is already out of the college football playoffs. This team's already out of the college football playoffs, and it's been 4 weeks, and supposedly everyone was saying how great Clemson was. I mean, Clemson's a good team. They got all kinds of pieces, but man, is Clemson underperforming. I mean, those losses to Georgia Tech and Syracuse in back-to-back weeks is just, I mean, demoralizing. I mean, no offense to Georgia Tech or Syracuse, but them teams are going to go 7-5, 8-4. And I mean, I know Dabo Swinney's going to say they just got to play better, but I mean, Clemson is just in a rut right now, and I mean, I thought after that LSU game they were easily going 11-0 the rest of the year, and they were going to probably have a chance at an ACC title, but man, they look like the third best team in the. They look not very good in the ACC right now, so I mean that's all up in the air. I mean, I know Davo has called out some reporters and stuff recently in the media, and I've seen some videos of him. You know, he ain't gonna go anywhere, and he ain't gonna quit coaching at Clemson. But you know, it's as a Clemson fan, it's probably really frustrating right now to see a team that high hopeful and just fall like that, and you know, I mean, you have one of them teams every year, so maybe is Clemson gonna be the new Florida State like last year? I mean, I guess time's going to tell, but you know, you never know about Clemson though. I mean, some crazy stuff could happen in the ACC, and they might end up in the ACC championship. But who knows? That's still you know, really undecided. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Clemson handles this skid and gets back on track, because Dabo's a really good coach. But, I mean, he got to get them players in that locker room believing. And then you got Billy Napier for Florida. There's a bunch of Florida fans asking, is Billy Napier the guy to lead Florida? My thoughts are that Billy Napier is not really the guy to lead Florida, but here's the thing about you're paying Billy Napier a lot of money right now, and then I mean you seen how Florida started last year. Started off really bad at the at the at the end of the year. Florida was playing great football. I mean, it's kind of a similar start to this year. Florida's playing really bad, but maybe they can have a better end to the year. I mean, DJ Lagway, I mean, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I think DJ Lagway is a really good quarterback, but I think to put it in perspective, he was injured he was injured all preseason. From what I understand, he was injured, so he really didn't have a fall camp leading up to the season. So these like tough games he is playing. These games he is playing is kind of like his preseason. But with that being said, losing to USF is very unexcusable for Florida. Florida has a standard of national championships, SEC championships. They have a high standard when it comes to winning, and Billy Napier has not been winning football games at Florida. I think if I was a Florida fan And I know this is an LSU fan. I know coming from this is an LSU fan trying to talk about Florida, who, I mean, I absolutely hate Florida. I hate them with all my guts. I hate them. I hope they don't win another game all year. But, it, hear me out now if you're a Florida fan, but probably we'll see. But don't come at me. But I think you got to see what Billy Napier does this year, and then you make your decision next year. I mean, is Billy Napier, is he going to be the guy? Can he turn this program around? I think this is a big year for him, and if Billy Napier can't find a way to make it happen this year, then I think there got to be conversations in the off season, and you got to let Napier go. That's just where I'm at. I think college football is a big business, and I mean, when you ain't winning football games, you gotta make decisions to let your head coach go, and you've seen that with a couple of coaches already this year get fired 3 weeks into the season. So, I mean, you've seen Virginia Tech's coach. You see he's gone. So, I mean, it's a business, and I mean, can Florida turn it around? Is Billy Napier the guy? I mean, right now, I can't sit here and say, yes, Billy Napier's the guy, or no, Billy Napier ain't the guy, or Florida's going to be bad, or Florida will turn it around. I can't sit here at this moment and tell you, but I think as the season goes on, time is going to tell. Because Florida's still got some good weapons out there and a really good quarterback. So, next up on the sporting list, actually, I don't really have a sporting list. I'm just really going as it goes right now, and I'm surprised I kind of got this far. But you know, I guess I can talk to the. I mean, the Bengals were unacceptable. I mean, talking about college sports. I mean, how about the Oregon Ducks the last couple of weeks? I mean, they have absolutely taken. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the country. Oregon has absolutely taken Oregon State and Oregon and Oklahoma State, absolutely to the woodshed. Oregon has a couple big wins, bunch of beatdown wins. But you know, a game I'm really excited about going into this week is Oregon and Oregon State in Happy Valley. College game day is going to be there, so I mean that's going to be electric. You got Oregon going to Penn State, so I mean that's a game to watch. Let's just talk about a couple big games this week. Actually, I think I talked about enough stuff about last week. So I mean, if we're going to talk about NCAA football, if we're talking about NCAA football, I mean, if you have anything going on this Saturday, if you have anything going on as I look up, I'm not texting anyone, folks. I am actually looking up some games this upcoming week. So, as I was saying, if you have anything going on this week, I highly recommend you just go ahead and cancel them plans because I said it earlier on an earlier episode. I said, men, just give them women your credit cards and let them do whatever because we're going to be busy sitting on our couches. And so I'm going to give you that whole advice again. Men, give the women the credit cards. Let them go shopping. Let them do whatever they want to do. Give them pedicures. Let them go get a haircut or something. Let them go to a shopping mall. Let them spend all your hard-earned cash you earned through the week. But man, we gotta be on the couch again this week, man, because we got some more heavy games again. I mean, we got Ohio State. They're going to Washington. That's 3:30. We got a top 15 battle. My LSU Tigers against the Ole Miss Rebels, the Magnolia Bowl. LSU is minus two. Mississippi State is actually minus 2.5 in this game right now. But we're going to see what LSU is. I thought Clemson was going to be their toughest game, but I think what we're seeing, what Clemson has done so far, I think this is going to be a test for the Tigers on the road again. But you got that game. 7:30 on ABC. You got Alabama and Georgia. I know Alabama hasn't been the Nick Saban Alabama we have been used to, but Kalen DeBoer, I have a good feeling he's going to get Alabama to where they need to be. But he got Alabama heading in a good direction right there. They head down to Athens to face the Bulldogs. That's at 7:30. You got USC facing Illinois, who Illinois absolutely got stomped by Indiana 63 to 10 this past weekend. So I think it's time for us to have that start not fully having the conversation, but maybe we start having Indiana as a college football playoff team again conversation. I think they deserve the right to crack that door open and have that conversation. But Illinois, who looked awful last week, they host USC, who's 4-0. Illinois looking to get right back on track. We got Indiana. They got Iowa. You got 6-3 matchup. You got Oregon traveling to Happy Valley. 7:30 o'clock on ESPN. No, not ESPN. NBC. You got that should be a just electric ball game. Just one of them days where you gotta be on that couch and you gotta be watching a bunch of football. Really good football games that day. I just say I believe that week 5 of college football is really going to deliver for us. And Kentucky plays South Carolina. It looks like, but yeah, week 5 is definitely a sit on the couch and watch some college football day. But yeah, but I know I wanted that's a bunch of college football talk for the episode, and this might be a little shorter episode as I'm a little on time constraints, and it is it's a 5 o'clock hour, so heck it's a 5 o'clock hour. We might as well do the weather. So here's your 5 o'clock weather report. And I know it's not even going to matter when you watch this, but here's your weather anyways. As I can see, it's a little cloudy, and there might be some precipitation out. So on your evening commute home, you might get a little wet. So you might want to bring your rain jacket and maybe an umbrella with you. But yeah, it's going to be a little cloudy and precipitaty, and probably going to see some rain on your drive home from work or not. But yeah, it looks a little cloudy from the window up here. So it's cloudy with probably a little chance of rain is your weather report. Here's your 5 o'clock traffic report. Currently the stop sign looks like it is not busy right now. So if you're coming through the West Street area in Piketon right now, or yeah, if you're coming through the West Street area in Piketon, travel delays are very minimal, and you should get to your destination in a pretty good amount of time. So you ain't gonna have to leave work early or anything to beat the traffic. So there's your 5 o'clock weather and your 5 o'clock traffic report. So thank you for tuning in to the weather and the traffic report. And if you got this far, I really appreciate y'all. So if you guys could do me a big favor, just like, comment, and subscribe. Joe Burrow and Bronson Arroyo say you guys need to like, comment, and subscribe. So, yeah, if you do that, that would appreciate me. I don't know if I'm not in it for the money, but we do like likes, comments, and subscriptions. So you can see me all the time, and it's been another fun episode up here in the podcast dome, and heck, what about I have, before I go, I have thought about doing vlogging. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm a sports reporter. I'm out all the time. I figured, I thought it would be a cool idea to ponder around is, what about a day in the life of video? What do you think, Bronson? No, yeah, I think he thinks yes. But I was thinking maybe I just do like a day in the life video uh of a sports reporter or something. But I thought about doing that on Friday, but I never did it, and I thought I was gonna do something big and something crazy before I did came back into a podcast dome, but I didn't. So this was just the normal podcast dome, I guess. So I'm probably more of a podcaster instead of a blogger. So, but if you do like vlogs and sports blogs and college football and stadium reviews and stadium tours of stadiums, he's not paying me to say this, and I have no affiliation with the dude, but you gotta check out GFed. You gotta check out GFed. Shout out to GFed. He is currently doing a really cool vlogging series. Excellent vlogging series. I watch the vlogs every day. Actually, once I get off here, I'm gonna go watch me some GFed. But if you're like me, check out GFed. He got all kinds of stuff. He didn't pay me to say this or anything. I don't even know the guy, but if you enjoy that stuff like me, watch that stuff. Just awesome content. I mean, I feel like I really have been much more educated on college football since I started watching GFed. So it's pretty awesome videos. I've been enjoying it. And GFed, if you're ever watching and you're passing through the Piketon, Ohio area, I invite you to come into the podcast dome and be on the podcast. I will get rid of all my guests for the day to have GFed. I will let you on this podcast and we can talk all kinds of ball. So yeah, if you're even watching this or you're ever in the area, GFed, you are welcome to stop by the podcast dome and come on the podcast. But and still I need to get my boy Eric Farmer on here. So if Mr. Eric Farmer is watching this, I haven't forgot. I just been really busy. So we probably both been really busy, but uh you know maybe not after I kick your butt in fantasy here in a couple weeks. So maybe we can have a fantasy dueling episode or something where we just talk about our fantasy teams and go back and forth with each other. That would probably be cool, but still need to have him on there. Nathan Childers, he needs to come back on the episode, on the show, but I think it's been a great day here in the podcast dome. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully I will never hopefully I won't be gone for 3 weeks again, and but if I'm ever gone for 3 weeks again, hopefully I'm down at the beach. I mean, I ain't forgetting about my Blondie's Donuts. I mean, I gotta give them another shot. Blondie's Donuts, gotta go get you some Blondie's Donuts. I wish they were here in Ohio, and And I know we got good donut shops here, but nothing beats a Blondie's donuts. So if you're down there, you gotta go get some Blondie's donuts. But I was not eating Blondie's donuts the last 3 weeks. Just got a little on the busy end, and sometimes we get busy, and finally I was able to sneak up here into the podcast dome, and we'll see what happens this week in the world of sports, and I'll be watching heavily. We gotta watch the Reds. They'll fight for the playoff push. We got college football coming up again this week for week 5. Already previewed that a little bit, but it's been a really good day here in the podcast dome. I'm on a little bit of a time crunch here, so I think it's time to get off and sign off here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and as always, keep on vibing. This has been the Coastal Smoke Podcast.